Alright, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the invite series. I am joined, for the first time, actually, by Stints. Say hello, Stints.
Hello, guys. Welcome.
We're going to have a very exciting match today. Dexterity versus 2.0 Killers. These are two teams that are currently undefeated in the invite series. However, Dexterity last season managed to take the prize for the Contender Series finals, going home with $150 prize. So, definitely a very strong team. Obviously, some very strong teammates here. Bolo clearly being the star of the show here, but yeah, the team is only as strong as its weakest link, and there are some very strong links across Dexterity. Of course, 2.0 Killers also have a very strong lineup.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of things, and talking here earlier, I've heard both teams are obviously this is one of the matches to be watching for. A lot of the community has been waiting for this event or for this match, and we'll see where it goes here shortly. Waiting on the echo to load in, so we're excited to see what goes next.
Definitely. Now let's talk about this strategy. Going karaoke tea room is pretty much the standard strategy. This is what. Do you want to just turn the?
Protect your
Yes.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
It's a pretty. That's the standard take. That's the objective that you take first, right? But taking a castle on this objective, I'm not so sure. I don't really see this being used on. I guess we'll see what we'll do. Now, the strategy used to be here, of course, to hold location, but now it seems it's better just to reinforce this karaoke wall so the mirror can't be shot and just hold Geisha via
5 seconds
the
remaining.
T-room wall, via mirror.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
And you're not unnecessarily trying to hold on to Geisha, which means also holding on to the
Yeah,
just
it looks like we're gonna see a stair hold as well here.
this is a pretty standard strategy,
Yep.
I would say.
Not seeing anything outside of the open. Let's see what happens here. Obviously, attackers are starting to peek into Geisha here.
Nice, some very awkward position potentially here. We're already seeing sprints going down on this north side. This is an interesting take. Monty Glass over Bolo will find nice.
And Bolo's pressing the stairs really quick, picking another one right there on Echo. Echo's getting fragged quickly there. Bolo's gonna clear those the barbed wire charges flash in. He's gonna hop in, looks like here, and they're gonna go for a quick plant.
I mean, Bolo's already found two. He's got the site control. That's 5v2 as Exit finds another. Sweater finds one, but Pinhead picks up Bolo as the site control goes
Oh, it's a
down.
quick attack round there. Obviously, when you've got Glaz and a Monty that close up, that's a quick round.
Some insane frags by Bolo there. I didn't even see the headshot onto Castle. God knows where Echo's head went, but he went to the moon. Some insane frags by Bolo, very well supported by his team there. The Monty and the Glass push, just holding down the stairs so Bolo could not get flanked. He got some incredible frags onto the site itself and managed to push quickly into T-room, not taking it the way that most would have expected them to. I suppose a good way to counter that strategy is to maybe open up Dragon, but it's so risky. And if you get drummed out, which is likely what Dexterity would have done there to make sure that strategy worked out, it is very risky. Because the Skyscraper is one of those maps where it's very easy for the defenders to jump out onto the balcony and catch the attackers by surprise if they try and go for a Geisha or a karaoke take.
Almost.
So,
Now, do you think we're going to see? Yeah, it looks like we're going to see here. Obviously, the exact same loadout, real quick. We're seeing the Geisha or the Geisha karaoke hole as well. I wonder if enemies going to push disco. Do you see a lot of disco push lately?
I don't, honestly. I see maybe disco plant. That's the objective, right? You want to plant down in karaoke because it's so easy to cover. But how do you get that down? Because the way that used to be going was you push through Geisha, take the karaoke wall and plant it there. But think of all the flanks that you can get. You can get pulls from below. While Geisha is easy to take, it is not easy to hold for the attackers.
Are we going to see? Are we going to see an early peek here from Dex? Oh, I think we are going to. He's going to listen. He's going to take the peek. Oh, almost picks the Blackbeard. With an early pick there from Sweater. Let's see what's going to happen with your Poppy. Let's see if he's going to get that quick frag back. He's waiting for it, but we're not going to see it there. We're going to go rotate back to the...
Yeah, just a quick little exchange of gunfire between Jaeger and Blackbeard there as the rest of 2K moves up onto the balcony. It does look like they're trying to go for a karaoke take. Not quite as aggressive as Dexterity were in the early stages of the round, but there has been no picks on either side yet, so anything could still happen. But that is the Thermite going down to Hyper. Beautiful pick there, and that is the Diffuser down, that is Thermite down. That is huge.
Oh, a nice little Claymore that frag him right back there quickly. Aggressive play. Hyper's going to jump out probably here and shoot down the alley. Let's see if he gets that pick. Takes it. Oh, nope. They're already in disco.
Yeah.
Beautiful C4 from below by Dot Dash. Look at that flash pick on Blackbeard. He's going to might get it here. Downs him, takes him out. That's Hot Poppy dropping the Dot Dash. The Pulse is really being aggressive there. Very well played there.
I think there's something going on with the stream.
Are we hearing some comments?
No, but yeah, well, we're hearing comments. Apparently, it's very slow. Like Microsoft PowerPoint. You're not like downloading anything or
No,
watching the
everything is
stream on the computer,
smooth now.
Okay. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, I'm just doing a quick little check right here on the stream. Make sure everything's going good. I'm not having any issues on my end as I'm streaming here. But I want to make sure that everything's going slow. Not noticed anything here at all.
Alright, well, as we move into the third round, Dexterity already looking very, very strong here. Going 2 for 0 already.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Going to
as many
take
bombs as they can. Attackers discover the
2.0,
location
of
of
course,
a
did
bomb.
not win the defense. It was interesting that they decided to change objectives rather than Twitch chat. Rather than just wanting to, try the same objective. Teams
Yes, I'm here. I was checking into audio quality. It's pretty, I was thinking about some audio. We're just checking into that real quick, so I apologize.
Apparently my voice is very quiet because of the game audio.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Changing mags!
Alright, well, anyway, casting. I think the strategy here is to go for an objective that Dexterity have not practiced for. Going for a geisha with this mirror, very, very interesting strategy, but Dotdash will already find Echo as he moves into the objective. Beautiful pick onto the castle. As Bolo tries to bait out this mirror. Dotdash will go down. But Judo and Nice will also headshot. Picks there from Swear. Concentrating on the Bolo take. Just trying to get this mirror out, but of course she's already down to Swear. Beautiful. As we move on to site, Bolo will try and revive his teammate. Quick flash, maybe a quick peek onto this Legion who quickly moves up these stairs. As he waits for a jump out. It's a 3v2 situation. Right now, Bolo can easily save his teammate here as he does. Dot Dash and Bolo moving up together on the north side balcony. Quickly jumping into the bathroom. Legion's waiting for this as he moves down the stairs, looking to cut this off. Of course, maybe he's been hurt, maybe he's not. Let's see what he does here. He's still playing these stairs with no mirror control. And not really a lot of side control either. He will run straight into Bolo's fire. This 3v1 situation. Jaeger has to make work here. As he holds desperately onto Kitchen. And Dexterity go for the kill. Dot Dash, beautiful headshot onto Heart. Bam. Straight in the kiss.
Yep, and we're looking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be quiet. I'm also trying to pop in where I can too. But I'm seeing some issues. I want to make sure things are dealt with. Let's take a look at the leaderboard right now. We're seeing Bolo obviously top fragging right now, 4-2 for his team. We're seeing obviously teams playing really well together. Good communication. They're up 3-0 here, going on to the 4th round.
Well, clearly, Dexterity have planned strats for this, and
No question
2K
about it.
potentially trying to throw them off there at the end with that barbecue take, and holding it potentially a bit weirdly, maybe something that Dexterity haven't quite encountered yet. But they got some great picks onto the Geisha, the mirror going down very, very quickly to a brave move from Swear, moving in from, I believe he moved in from Karaoke, but I didn't quite manage to catch it
Attackers need to locate and
on my
defuse
end.
bombs.
So yeah, very well played by Swear and Bolo just to distract that mirror and push him. And that was the real winner of the round there.
So obviously we're going to see an offices hold here. What are your thoughts going into this? What do you expect to see from Dex?
Honestly, I would have thought that you castle for this position. You castle off this wall now. You castle off potentially drum. And there are so many good castle opportunities here. There's normally a castle going down onto this south balcony and then an impact hole to easily be able to run out. I mean, of course, we're talking normal rank strats there, but he does come into competitive play also. Dexterity, one of those very, very aggressive teams. Of course, we are going to see that from Hyper now, going for the spawn kill, as Swear did.
Running that dock with the ACOG. Still taking advantage of that. Let's see if he can actually pick one here. I don't think we're seeing anybody. Is he going to get that quick pick?
No, it doesn't look like anyone has spawned tower side, so we'll see how they're going to take this from ventilation. Nice, already pushing up from ventilation. So hold from above, trying to see some verticality play here, but I don't think they are going to, because they've got the Ash, but they don't have like a bow jab. Operating to see if a team is going for the because they're going for a Geisha take. When Exo and Bolo will both go down, there was a smoke going down. That's just really good shots.
Oh, quick shot right there by Sweater on the judo. Trying to go for the quick C4, and then Hall gets the C4 on pin. Knights refrags him, and Sweater refrags right back.
Very aggressive play from both teams.
We got a 2-2. We got a good, nice little spot. Oh, obviously Doc Sweater's in a pre-fire there. Disco. He's going to break the shield. He's going to down Blackbeard, get the kill on Blackbeard. And now we're going to see a 2-on-1.
Loading back.
Hyper and Swear doing very good work there just to slap them out. Poppy Poppy.
Hyper's in a quick frag. He's going to take out Poppy there at the end. That was a quick... It was a 4-0. What were we expecting here so far?
I mean, I was expecting Dexterity to do well, but I was also expecting Killers not to make it this easy for them. They haven't taken a round yet. They got some impressive frags in that round, and they almost took it back. Whoppy Poppy moving on as Ash with the diffuser to go and plant down at the objective. So, I mean, that strategy... You have to move quicker than that, because Dexterity will rotate as soon as they know where anyone is, because these guys are so greedy for the kills in games like this. Games that they know they are probably going to win.
Okay.
So, I mean, if we take a little look at the scoreboard here, what are we seeing from Dexterity? Of course, Exo and Bolo got pretty greedy there. Exo jumping out
Defenders,
as
protect your
Smoke.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
Smoke is an anchor. He stays on the objective, and he's the person who denies the
Bomb located by attackers.
if a plant's going down, you can't stick it for 10 seconds. It's a 7-second plant time. It's just not going to happen. So, Smoke going out and trying to frag, that means he's just getting greedy.
Yeah. So right here is looking like we're going to see another heavy case of Geisha stairs. Mira is just hanging out here. See if she's going to start moving her hair. She might be talking to the team. See what's going on here.
Seconds left. Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers are heading out.
Yeah. Interesting hold here from 2K. Looks like they're going to go for T-Room again. Pretty... Actually, it is pretty much what you do in the meta, but they're going to pick a Legion this time, possibly to stop this this East balcony take that was so popular with Dexterity before. But and he's pushing hard, he's looking for these picks. Echo is not going to give it.
No, Echo's going to say he's actually going to plan himself here. He's going to try and he's going to play this Bolo push. I think he's going to try and be the counter to the quick Bolo.
Now, this is interesting. Tyrion pushing nice will find Exo, but Bolo will find Pinhead. Down because the use of his 7 now, making it very, a lot easier for Dexterity to just push in.
Yeah, I'm just going to clear obviously all the barbed wire here. And it looks like him or Bolo is going to quickly move in. I think he's actually going to drone for Bolo. Bolo looks like Bolo's going to push in here real quick. From the wall. Are we going to see a disco push here?
No, I don't think so. I think they're droning out.
Alright, they're droning it out. Final 2
Bolo
down
will
on
get
Bond
Echo,
Head.
but
Yep.
Nice will get the refrag. Yeah, this is pretty tough now, because with that mirror being there, that is really throwing a spanner in the works. This work off his take, Hoppy Pappy. I'm not really sure how that wasn't a headshot from my end, but Judo's still playing this site.
Nice to
HP,
get,
but
yep, nice to get that frag on Sweater. Yeah, it looks like we're
Nice
just down to Dot in the head. Are we gonna
Nice
see,
is doing work with this mirror. This is
we're gonna see the first win.
And I believe that was a 4K from Nice.
I think that was. I think he got a 4K today. 7-4, obviously top fragging right now for his team. And we're seeing some great teamwork, obviously, on Dexterity. Dexterity is actually, everybody's contributing really well to the team. And people, I was listening before this, people are saying that, obviously, they think it's going to be a heavy for Bolo. We know there's a lot of good players on that team, but everybody's talking about the quality and the play of Bolo. But if you look at it, we're seeing a really good team all the way around here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're anchoring, right, you don't get kills, maybe, if you're doing your job properly, unless your rotators fail. But you're not dying either, and I think that's what we're seeing from a lot of the Dexterity defense, of course. Now we'll be running the Tachanka. It seems like Dexterity are taking this particular game very, very seriously, going karaoke tea room with the Tachanka. Maybe this is a legitimate play. Who knows?
Who knows, but this is the last time I saw Tachanka played was in, I think King George ran it last season.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And that was interesting. That's the last time I've seen a pro run Tachanka in a match, but let's see if he actually can frag with him, and we'll go from there.
I think 2.0 have done quite well in that last round to counter strat and prove that it's not as invincible.
Bomb
as
located
they
by
seem.
attack.
Changing mags!
Of course, Dexterity, as we were saying at the beginning, have a very strong roster, very good strats. They just came from scrimming DG, so a very high-profile team looking to make it to CCS next season. So yeah, if you're going to get beat by anyone, Dexterity is the one that we managed to take a round from them. Nice was just laying it down. So if they can counter strat on the defensive, but I'm not sure how you can really keep it.
It looks like, I think Sweater's actually going to go for a peek here. Let's see if he gets that peek. No, he's going to get back in. Obviously, the attackers are not spawning where he was hoping to get that quick peek there out in the beginning of the map. I think he's going to knock one down. He might try to peek. Nope, he's not going to peek again.
But Hyper will find Ying. His spawn peak.
Question is he going to get? Is he going to hop out here?
Defender has left.
Hop out. No one's going to be there. He's almost taking fire from his own teammate on the Tachanka. Let's see what happens.
It was like 2K really want to take this going through these similar sort of strategies.
Bolo's getting the frag on Echo. Moving back up the drum. That's 5-2 now for the defenders. 5-1. There it is. Alright guys, that was a 5-1 for Dexterity. I know a lot of chat. Let's see what the chat's saying right now. Chat is saying that they're seeing this happen, unfortunately, and we're going to go on to map 2. Now for map 2, what we're looking at is Clubhouse.
Yeah, can we take a quick few-minute hiatus before we move on to the next
Oh,
one?
of course. You've got it, yep. next round here.
Dexterity proved very, very effective on Skyscraper. I don't know if it was more that Dexterity strategy tends to be pretty aggressive, and if that works pretty well on Skyscraper, or the fact that 2.0 just could not deal with everything that was hitting them. Especially Bolo's picks early on in that first round. Beautiful headshots there, and the coordination and teamwork from Dexterity as well as their individual skill really makes up for it in games like this where you're against a very sort of strat heavy team potentially.
Oh, hands
2.0 killers, yeah.
Yeah, hands down. We saw some really quick, right off the first point. We're seeing Bolo entry frag like he's known for. You know, he's getting people droning out for him. He's entry flagging, he's thrashing, he's clearing, and he's clearing these rooms faster than we can even commentate. That's why we apologize, like I said, for the first point there and little issues going on in the first round here. But we're moving into pick number 2, which is obviously Dexterity on attack and Clubhouse. Now, what do you think you're going to see first here from 2.0 killers when it comes to hold? Are you thinking the Arsenal Church right off the start?
I think it's interesting that they haven't picked a mirror, right? Because a lot of the sort of pro league things that happen here are a mirror on church wall and maybe putting a mirror in blue to cover the moto drop. I get that it's quite a sort of passive play, and it means you give up a lot of room. It's also very vulnerable from above, and if someone just drops heavy on blue, then they can catch them out. Obviously, frag grenades come into this. I think this is why we're seeing Jaeger. I don't know what they're going to go for here, honestly, because it's kind of a weird strategy, just looking at the operator picks. I mean, they're individually very good operators, but for this particular objective, I'm not just quite sure what the strategy is here. And they might just be going for a very passive hold. They've got a lot of very quick operators, Bandit, Jaeger, and Pulse, and Ella are all 3 speeds.
And that's exactly what I was going to pull into. I mean, we're seeing very common
5 seconds to insertion.
base operators that we see on this hold. You're seeing obviously the Jaeger, you're seeing the Pulse, you're seeing the
Attackers
smoke.
recovered the bomb diffuser.
Obviously, we're
Attackers'
seeing
objective is to locate a bomb and
a
defuse it.
Bandit. I mean, Bandit is hit or miss on this objective. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not sure. I think I just want to see how this round sort of what their plan is for this. They have to know Dexterity are this insanely aggressive team, and we're already seeing this. People in the kitchen with the police and the that is very, very poor placement. And even here, Dodash is already dropped. Hyper and Exo are already down.
Wow.
In
And
Armory,
that's-
and the defense win.
That
What
was
the fuck just happened?
so what?
I think
that's the fastest round I've seen in quite some time.
I think they went for a hard drop. Oh my god.
That was a hot drop.
insane.
We missed the hot drop because we're looking. I was
We
looking for
missed
I was
the hot
looking for the Pulse.
Yeah.
C4, and I realized that Pulse is off, and Pulse is actually roaming in garage, which that you don't see very often. That is not a typical Pulse roam. You're seeing Pulse obviously underneath kitchen with the heartbeat sensor, watching to see if anybody's pushing for obviously the hatch. To see Pulse there and jump the Pulse, because I quickly clicked on him on my screen, and he's in garage. Interesting. But let's talk about it. Was that a fast drop? That had to be a fast drop.
Oh yeah, I think Habana just put her one challenge on there, and they just fast dropped straight onto
Attackers
it.
need to locate
I mean,
it.
I mean, I think
It's pretty impressive.
you almost want to know, were they just being cocky, and is this giving them opportunity now to move ahead? I mean, you're giving it an easy one quick win there by everybody being down right off the start. I mean, that's it's very interesting to play. Obviously, choice there. And we're seeing them actually take the exterior wall into church there, which because they did not opt for a Mira.
We are seeing a cat from Dodash here and a Frost from Exo. These are two. They're not picked at all in comp. You never see a cat because it seems like 2K and teams at this level will not.
I think we're also seeing a little bit of trolling here as Hyper is throwing and hitting his teammates. Yeah. I think we're seeing a little bit of trolling. I think Dexterity is actually getting a little bit carried away with what they're going to see. I mean, you're discrediting the team, but let's go on and see how obviously 2.0 Killers takes their attack.
We're seeing a lot of droning here, but obviously 2.0 are a lot slower I don't know if this is traditional 2.0 killers from in the previous times. I have seen them play quite quickly, but I think they're just skeptical, and I would be. I would be. This is a very heavy front. All of these guys on Dexterity are insane aim fighters, and even if they're just trolling, they're still formidable opponents. So it looks like TJ playing this game.
So we're seeing the Ying obviously flash the Bolo. Bolo is actually trying to hold that Arsenal room. He's going to get smoked out. We're going to see a quick drop here. They're going to see
Hyper will find 2 with his shotgun. The Legion shotgun next will find 1, and pin ahead. If you missed it there, satchel charged either.
and they're going to actually just hold. And the troll hold is actually going to win because we know that's what they're trying to do here. But that was
the Legion shotgun.
The Legion shotgun. We saw the oh my gosh, we saw the Frost shotgun. That was something you typically don't see here on, especially on a Church and Arsenal hold. Interesting that they're going with the confidence. Also, let's see 2.0. I would like to see 2.0 come back and give them a little bit more here. I think we're going to see that here on this bar stockroom hold, or we're going to see another quick rush, like what we've been seeing so far in both matches. We're seeing a Dexterity just quickly drone and just frag and get in, and that's what we're seeing.
I think we're going to see a quick take from Kennels straight onto stockroom, because we're seeing Dokkaebi who has smokes, Glaz who has smokes, Jackal who has smokes, Ying who has smokes. So they might just open up that door and just smoke the living crap out of stockroom and just plant, because there's nothing you can do about it.
Now it looks like here, obviously, we're going to see the walls going up on the pool. We're going to see, obviously, smoke. We're seeing a Valkyrie. The Valkyrie is going to be interesting. Let's see where we're going to see some of these Valkyrie cams go out. She's already thrown one. We missed that first one by Echo, but let's see where she's going to put these. I think they're obviously going to put one here and Strip, as I think Strip is going to be held.
Yeah. A lot of teams will traditionally think that it's a strip take, and they're probably right to think this. Echo is going to put those Valk cams outside of strip club just to see where the enemies are.
I think we're going to see that right here. Is she going to get one out? She is going to get one out. So obviously they're going to be looking at cams. So you see a nice cam right there just to see if there's anybody coming in a quick entry. She's going to pick one, and she gets picked through the wall by Bolo. Bolo with that quick kill. And Bolo taking
the cams are good.
That's all her cams right away. And we're going to see Bolo do a quick call here. And I'm going to see if he's going to access the cams. He's not accessing the cams. Let's see what we have going on here.
I think Bolo's just going for a straight SMG.
And we're going to see a sweater pick hop hobby, a nice refragging right away. Exo taking a hit on pin, and you're seeing nice take out Exo. Exo just picked 2 there with a nice little 2K. And then Bolo's finishing out nice there.
Yeah, I was right about Bolo. He's just going straight for the SMG-12. Right?
I mean, people have been playing that more and more. I'm seeing it. Obviously, it's got a lot of recoil, but man, the way he handles that was impressive. Look at the scoreboard real quick. 2-1 as we go into the 4th point. And we're seeing right now Bolo's 3-0-1. He had what? Was that a 2K there for Bolo?
Yep, just 2 quick picks to Valk.
That was a quick one on the Valk. That was a well placed. He must have saw the breach and just pre-fired. And if he pre-fired, I don't see a drone, but that was a really.
I think
really good play.
I think he saw that the door was going to be opened, maybe from a drone early on, spawned at the front, and just sprinted straight there.
All right. We'll see what we have going on into the 4th round. We've got a bar stockroom hold for Dexterity. We're seeing, obviously, a Cav coming out here. Where do you think Cav's? Do you think Cav's going to be in garage?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Where do you feel? Where do you feel
at this point? I think it's just like a 5-man roaming team. Because if you're seeing the picks that are going down there, they're just going to go for these incredibly aggressive.
So are we going to see a Mira? We're seeing a
really weird mirror. From
is this a dual Mira we're seeing here? Is this?
Yeah, going both ways.
I don't. I think this is they're getting a little carried away.
Nah. We're going to the garage, of course.
All right. Spawn peak.
Okay. Good strategy there.
Oh, we're going to see a full spawn here by Dexterity.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I think they're just getting to the point where they just want to full on spawn. Yeah, here we go.
attackers' objective.
Oh, they're
This is
running
gonna
out.
be
It's a
insane
full
if it works.
speed. Oh, we got
Fine,
Trader here.
I'll save a
Bolo
Bolo,
with trade
we'll
on
find
Poppy. There we go. And we got a 4-4 right off the start here. That was a very bold move, as Bolo is actually battling what sounds like. Is Bolo going to get him? No, Bolo's actually trying to get in a fight right now with the Glaz, which is Echo. Obviously, Echo's down to very minimal health. Let's see what he does here. If he's going to get a reset, it's going to go on here quickly. But I don't think, obviously, that Bolo is just, he's spraying everywhere he thinks there's an, obviously, an attacker going to be, and he's almost picking. But actually getting picked by the Jackal by Pinhead.
Yeah, just getting a little too cocky there. Dexterity be picked out here. Only the Pulse and the Cow remaining. Yeah, it looks like Pinhead will be easily able to track. That's here. Echo being very low after those.
And now what we're seeing is, obviously we've got 2 people left. We've got Dot and we've got Sweater. And Sweater is actually going to try and push onto this. I think he thinks that the Glaz is right next to him. And he's just going to kind of reset, get his bearings. We're going to see what's going on with Dot. Obviously, Dot's still holding that interior wall, kind of watching what's going on. He's going to frag, obviously, so we can get in the bar quickly. He's going to make a little rotational, a little distraction. He's going to pre-fire on that mark. He's going to miss the shots. Obviously, with the plant down, let's see what's going on here.
The Dexterity have turned this into a retake is possible, but down to Echo. Just trying to find one.
And they quickly finish it off there. And that was a very nice attack. They were able to finish it out. Obviously, the defense is getting a little cocky. They obviously get to the plant and they take everybody down. So,
well, I think it's part of that, but we also saw from 2.0 the last time they attacked, they played it very, very slow, very, very passively, and trying to spawn rush into a team that does that means they're prepared for a spawn rush.
Yep.
And I think we did see a lot of that.
We saw some great play. Obviously, the Glaz not going out front, kind of watching that long alley from garage, from main door. I mean, they were waiting for a rush. You only saw one frag. I think it was only one spawn there out in the main gate. But we'll see what happens going into it. Now we got 2-on-2 going into the 5th round, or sorry, the 5th point of this matchup. We're seeing a Church Arsenal again from 2.0 Killers. Let's see if they can hold this off here as we see a Fuse being picked, an Ash, Sledge, Buck, and Twitch from Dexterity. Obviously, from the defense, we're seeing a very interesting defensive setup. We're seeing a Rook. We're seeing a Capcan. Obviously very interesting choices for what would be a Church Arsenal hold.
This is what's happened. This is
They're
the
adapting.
anti-rush mare. No,
Yep.
this is the anti-rush trap mare. You got the Ella, Lesions, and Capcan. Guys like Dexterity, they would just rush in blindly, trying to find frags. This is how Dexterity play. They're not running strats. They're just sort of like we saw the hot drop last time they attacked Armory. Maybe we'll see it again. Although, actually, no, they don't even have a
10 seconds to go.
a hard breacher.
Yeah, they're doing it looks like a lot of rushing. Obviously on defense, they have no hard breacher, which is going to hopefully slow them down. Obviously, you expect to see that Fuse probably going into kitchen, trying to clear some of the mess up down below. But this is interesting. They are obviously adapted to the speed of Dexterity. And we're going to see what happens from here. Obviously, you got the Capcans going down every quick way, obviously to take out the speed. So you got a Twitch. Twitch is taking out some of their gear right now, but let's see what we got going on. Bolo's already down. He got hit by that mine, and that's already 50 HP off the board for Bolo.
That could have been Bolo dead if he didn't look.
Yep, if he didn't look for that second one there, he could have been hurt. And that's a great way to adapt to the speed. That's a quick frag by the Echo, refrag by Dot Dash. And Bolo's just going to sit these stairs. Looks like they're going to push down. Oh, a great shot from below by Sweater on the Judo. They're going to quickly pick him back up. It's a 3-on-3 still, even though we got one attacker down. They're quickly going to be reset by his teammate. Bolo's going to flash, and he's going to move down and try and take that main hallway there into Church and Armory. He wants to see what's going on here. He's going to drone out. He's just going to rush right in. He's going to get that quick peek down the main hallway there. And he's looking for, I think he's looking for the Ella. He knows the Ella's really close. Ella gets picked from above by the Buck. And now Hoppy Poppy is going to be in what looks like resetting the Ella. And we're going to quickly see what the rotation. Oh, he's going to get droned out there. There was a drone right there in the top of stock. Let's see if he gets picked here. If he doesn't get picked here, it could be a quick kill from the Pulse. Pulse misses the shots, and Sweater just picks him up. Now Sweater's going to move down main stairs. And we're going to see him trying to... It looks like a make over to the church. Let's see. We see that... We see that just Hoppy Poppy. He's throwing these Legion traps out there. He wants to sit. It's a 2-on-1. Obviously, the diffuser is... It looks like we have the diffuser down. Yep. And he gets a quick kill on the Sweater. Obviously, they're both in the same room. Poppy misses the shots right there. And we're going to see Hyper move in. He's looking for these cap cans. He's looking for these traps.
Located a bomb.
And he knows that Legion is close by.
Hyper in a 1v1 situation here. The Legion Gunman goes off, and it's just going to give him away. So he's going to throw a grenade in.
What a grenade. Now, Hyper's going to keep pre-firing through the walls here. Let's see what Hobby Poppy's got going on his end.
I think he just needs to play defensive at this rate. He knows where he's going to run. I don't know if he knows where the diffuser is, though, because there's no reason, surely, to believe that the diffuser is upstairs. We're both pushing in here to church.
Poppy gets some shots off. Also, Hyper gets some shots off, and there's a one-on-one. Hyper takes it with the Master Key. Well played by Hyper to finish the round up. That's 3-2 going into the 5th or the 6th point. Now, what we saw there was actually really good. We're seeing a lot of refrags, which is really good. We're seeing...
Yeah, just back it up back into that round as well. That Bolo did down... Sorry, someone downed Ella from above. I'm not quite sure who.
I think that was Hyper.
Bolo...
Hyper with the... Yeah, Hyper was taking his Master Key and opening up above. I think he actually got what looked like a quick drone out and picked up the Ella. He got the Ella, down the Ella, and then... Yeah, I think Bolo was moving.
I think Bolo heard the revive going on from Legion onto Ella, and you just quite missed it, but he did ash the armory wall, jump in and go for the pre-fire. Did manage to pick Ella, but Legion had already gone up and was thus able to refrag onto Bolo. If he just had managed just a few seconds earlier, it would have been beautiful, of course. The other highlight from that round is Mateo from Nice. He had a beautiful flank.
Yes.
Neither of them expected it. If you just took a second to breathe, aim.
I think what we saw there was we saw that he was so excited to be in that position, and he didn't expect to be. I think he was actually looking for that counter from main stairs, somebody to watch the rotation. Nobody was watching the rotation, and he was able to do that flank. Unfortunately, that potato definitely did not help, and we'll see how that reacts. Now we're going into the 6th point with obviously Dexterity up 3-2, and we're seeing the Church Arsenal hold. We're seeing a Rook being played here with a shotgun. So that's nothing short of what we've seen so far in the match. Obviously, Bolo's got his roam on. We're going to see what he can do here.
Not just a shotgun, but a shotgun, I'm pretty sure, without a grip. We didn't
Let's take a peek. Let's go back to dot dash. Don't see the grip. I think it's just a standard pump. What I was expecting to see with that was potentially the 44 caliber revolver. If that would have been picked, that would have been. And we're gonna see a full team rush out here.
Very griefy. Flexible now, and Nice will get TK onto Judo.
Oh boy.
2 people already down in the tunnel. It's 4-man rush in here. Happy Pappy will find Hyper. Situation next will be down.
What they don't realize is happening in the main time is the team is actually rotated and they're going main stairs. Obviously, Bolo is rotated back into Church and into Moto, and he's trying to hold the main stair push.
Yeah, this is what Ella does. Just pre-fire, you can hold an angle for absolutely ages. It's like the reverse Blackbeard.
We're seeing obviously some droning going on right now from 2.0 killers as they want to figure out what's going on below them. We're going to see some breaching. We're probably going to see the hatch being pulled here, and we're actually going to see Pulse. I think Pulse is... No, Pulse is going back to garage. It's not the first time we've seen a Pulse go back to garage. What a quick shot there by Hoppy Pop on the dog dash. Nice little shot here. We're going to see him rotate back into dirt. And we're going to see what happens here. I don't think they have anybody watching dirt right now. That would be a great time to move in there. Sweater with a double pump moving from the flank from garage. Gets 2 picked in kitchen. And we're going to see what happens with Echo. Echo going to drop. We've got Hot Poppy is in dirt. He's droning right now. His drone gets shot out quickly by Bolo. Bolo picks one. Bolo gets the final kill with a pistol in the back. That
a lot of weird things happened.
That was a lot of weird things.
A lot of weird things. Yeah, definitely.
That was interesting. Obviously, the droning was stopped. Bolo got the quick drone as Hot Poppy was droning down the dirt. Obviously, you kind of give the position away. We switched quickly to Hot Poppy, and he was actually waiting for. Bolo was sitting there waiting for that to happen, and then obviously Echo from above got picked. So
yeah,
we're going.
The TK by Thermite potentially also ruined the round for 2.0 kills because they got they got 2 injures. They did quite well. I'm pretty sure they got 1 pick in Dirt Tunnel, and they got 1 pick on the opposite end as Hoppy Pappy was moving in down the main stairs. Bolo did manage to rotate quickly and hold these stairs.
So obviously, right now we're seeing a heavy play by Bolo and Sweater, both top fragging for their team. With very consistent though for 2.0 killers. You're seeing a lot of teamwork. Obviously, they're down 4-2. You're seeing some of the questionable play come out of Dexterity as they are up, obviously on match point, moving into a fun.
We're seeing some weird picks, honestly, by Dexterity compared to their play. They've been playing very aggressively, but 2 shields and a Blackbeard just do not mix into that sort of strategy. It really looks like they want to take this match point, take this map, and take the series as quickly as possible.
That's I mean, it doesn't surprise you of what we've seen in the last few rounds. I mean, they knew they had a very solid first map. They're going to the second map here, and even though they've been kind of playing questionable gameplay, they're still showing their dominance. And we're going to see what's going on here. Obviously, we have multiple shields going in. It looks like we're going to have a dirt push. It looks like we're having a heavy dirt push. Obviously, Bolo is going to be entry fragging here. He's going to try and take control of Bar. Bar and Stairs, we can quickly see him play that as well.
Actually feeling very confident. Yeah.
And here come the dirt push. Obviously, you're trying to see the slow push of the Pulse holding them back, but it's a Monty running straight down dirt. And they're going to see obviously the smoke charges come out, but he's still going to push. We have Sweater and we have 2 shields pushing the dirt right on the opponent, as we have a drone going on as well. This is stuff you typically don't see when you're casting. This is actually it is a very entertaining play to watch, but very unorthodox as we're well aware. Let's see if Judo's getting really comfortable right here with that pump shot. He's hoping to get that quick pick. He might just take a... Oh, that Jaeger is coming in very efficient right here. The smoke's going to go out. He's going to get the smoke, which should affect Blitz. Let's see. Blitz is going to run in. Misses the pump shot, and we're seeing his feet trying to be taken out by Judo. Judo's throwing his 3rd and final smoke as he rushes in. He's going to get that frag onto the Thermite, and the defenders are going to win. That was very well played to stop the very unorthodox gameplay.
I think the smoke did a lot of work there to shut down that rush into Dirt Tunnel, but also as they were pushing into Dirt Tunnel, Bolo was wanting to push around the other way, relying on those ash fragging skills that Bolo is so famous for. He did manage to find 1, but he did get fragged by the Ella. So that really shut down that push, and with having the rest of Dexterity all in Dirt Tunnel meant that it was shut down at that point. Having a smoke there meant they couldn't push up. They didn't have any options. They didn't really have any picks. They just sort of had to rush in there, but they were getting shot at from all angles in Armory, and 2K did very well just to shut down that rush.
Oh yeah, I mean they have obviously we have 4 people pushing dirt, and the only person as really your entry fragger or your technically your entry fragger is Bolo. He's kind of being slowed as well. I mean, he did come around there towards the end, but not enough to obviously help a 4-person dirt shield push, which is, like I said, something you don't really want to talk about typically when you're playing here or you're casting, but that was very, very interesting and entertaining to watch, to say the least. Now, obviously, we're going to see now the stock and bar holds. We're seeing a very interesting loadout, again, from the defense. They're obviously playing a lot of 3 speeds with... A dock. A dock is not very uncommon here. You usually see a dock. You sometimes see an echo. And you're going to see them get a little cocky, to say the least, here with the hyper downing his own teammate. Luckily at his dock. Doc is probably going to use his stim pistol. Yep.
Well, this is actually the tactical gameplay, because now Doc can't revive himself, so he's going to have to play a lot more. It's forcing Dodge to play the passive dog.
That's typically things you won't see. Now we're going to see Bolo is obviously holding. Bolo might have a run out here. I think Bolo's waiting to hear what's going on here. He wants to get a little greedy.
We'll see a Ying, a Jackal, and a Glass all from the attackers. This could be a good push. A lot of smokes could go down here, and an easy plant for the Ying.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a strip take.
We're seeing a strip take. We're seeing obviously the defenders roll. That is a very nice, well used position right there by the Glass. He's kind of sitting low. He's playing it slow. Now he's moving on. He's moving into the objective. He's moving into strip. We're going to see the Jackal pick up Pulse, and we're going to see that Pulse is probably going to rotate from his position, obviously. Pulse is going to get out of dirt. He knows that's where he is, and he's going to move on out. We're seeing Blackbeard obviously hold the angles into bar.
Fresh fire going in.
All right, we're seeing the wall getting opened up now into by the pool.
The smoke's not going down, but
Echo's going to get the quick frag, take out the Claymore, and he's going to look to push here. They don't know he's here. He almost got the frag onto the Jackal, and Jackal, he's going to get the frag on the Blackbeard. Echo, single-handedly right there, unknown, picked off a few people and was crucial for that round there.
and 2K are bringing this back.
It is now.
It's like they're going to give Dexterity a run for their money here.
Now we're moving into overtime. So overtime round one, we're going to see obviously Dexterity go on to offense. Now you're probably not going to see the typical interesting gameplay they've been playing earlier. You're going to see a full loadout. You're going to see you're still actually going to see Dakabi coming in from Dot Dash, which is very interesting to see. But you're going to see, obviously, you're going to see your breachers. Your Bolo's going to run his Ash. Abana is going to be played. Your Twitch is going to be played, and your Buck to open up because we're going Church Arsenal. Now, on the defense, we're seeing Doc, Jaeger, Legion, Ella, and Smoke, which is a very typical. Legion is can go back and forth. The Doc can go back and forth. I'm just surprised I have not seen Amira. What are your thoughts on that? Have we seen Amira at all on this map?
Not on this map, no. She was used very, very effectively on
Defenders, protect your
Skyscraper
bombs from being
just to shut
defused
down.
by
And
attackers.
that was the only round that 2K managed to take when they played a mirror in reverse from Nice.
And
Did
look
very
at Judo. Judo's not a defense. Judo is pulling out the shotgun as well. I think they're getting the 2K.0 is getting the point to say, hey, you want to play games, we'll play games just as right back. So
honestly, I think there is a strategy here because Dexterity still aren't going to play very aggressively. They play best when they are playing aggressively. They're not really taking it seriously, but they have been taking to overtime now. So maybe they're going to switch their
10
tune a little
seconds
bit.
to insertion.
I'm thinking the Kaibi call and straight rush
5
because,
seconds remaining.
as I said, this is where Dexterity played their best. They're going to go for a straight kitchen take.
Attackers
The call is going to
Attackers
see
objective
any
is
roams
bomb
out, and it's going to delay them from rotating, more importantly. It's not Nice, we'll find the spawn peek onto Bolo.
oh, that's
He's gonna be mad about
very
that.
good quick pick off the map to pick him. And he's going to rotate back downstairs. That is a
Gone
big
down
play.
already. Oh, he's got to be proud of that one.
Oh yeah. And what we're seeing right there was we're seeing obviously Sweater dropping really quick right here, trying to get that angle on him. That was a very nice angle hold there. He's gonna try and get this frag real quick on the unexpected defender. Defender was actually resetting their phone and was not picked. He's gonna rotate back
Yeah,
up.
but I don't think the frag grenade was for the pick. Well, maybe it would be nice if it was a pick, but it was so that Sweater could easily rotate up the ladder and get out of blue, because that is just a death trap small to push when there's a smoke playing. And Legion.
You hear the phones going off. Defender's not wanting to stop that. You see Dot Dash break in here. He's fighting the main steps. We're gonna see a main steps, I think, push here from Dexterity.
Well, someone else has to come in, so they have to keep that soldier fraction, but Pinhead will find Swear. Oh, it's not looking good. The Book and the Ash are dead. That's the majority of you push right there. But still a very good hold. Looks like this might even go to the side of map.
Just we are seeing 3-5 Dexterity getting picked. Obviously, the early pick on the bowler by Nice was really well played. Good timing, good pick. Wish we could have caught that, but that's a very crucial pick. To pick the #1 entry fragger off the team. Now we're gonna see. We might see him pick the person. We might see him pick the Twitch and Kitchen. If he can get this click here, and he does. Nice picks to Twitch with a 1-tap
Beautiful.
onto Hyper. And that's a 5-2 now for 2.0. They might have a chance to win this here. And that was a great angle he's holding here. I don't think that Jacoby knows he's there. If Jacoby comes back up, he is not in a good spot. And that's going to be Hot Poppy ending the round with the frag on a dot dash. That was a very well executed hold there by 2.0 Killers. That was I think we only dropped Judo off the start, but that was a very good hold.
Yeah, definitely. They obviously we did talk a lot about the Bolo pick early on. I'm looking back at it now. I don't even think it was a spawn peak. I think it was Bolo entered from a different area, but he got picked immediately from where Doc was already camping. But since we didn't really catch that on camera, I'm not really sure where it went. But it seemed a little late into the round to be what could be considered a spawn peak.
Yeah. Well, now we're going to see, obviously, Dexterity is going to take the Church Arsenal. They're going to run a Valkyrie, which is, we can either see a Valkyrie, sometimes you see the pulse being switched in and out, but we're also going to see a Bandit. So we got a Valkyrie, a Bandit, a Smoke. We don't have, we have a lot of speed. We have a lot of intel. So I think that Dexterity is getting off the aggressiveness, and maybe they're going to use that Valkyrie to be a little bit more aggressive. I'd like to see where these camps are going to be going down. Let's take a peek real quick at what Valkyrie is displaying. So obviously you're going to take the tunnels. You're going to take the drop into blue, and let's see here. She's already thrown one, so let's do, or two. I'm sorry. So let's see where she's going to throw it last. I think it's going to go up here into kitchen. Yeah. Oh, and that's an unfortunate misthrow by Exo.
That's a potato.
That is a potato throw, and it happens. But it's going to give him very little intel like he was hoping for. He might just shoot this right here. He's not going to.
No, maybe this is actually the strat. He's making it a stink that he potato that. Actually, this is the pro Valkyrie.
So we're going to see 4 people on first floor. We're also going to see the, was it Smoke? No, Hyper is in garage, or Hyper is not in garage. Bolo is down in blue. Exo's there. Pulse is going to be covering dirt. That means we have all 4 defense. We have all 5 defenders down here. Yeah.
I was going to say we're going to see a lot more passive play here.
Yeah.
Defenders, but they're already pushing this Blackbeard.
Pushing Blackbeard. Echo gets a kill on the Hyper. I think Echo got a couple shots there onto the Blackbeard. The Blackbeard is hurting. And I think that Sweater is going to try and get that frag onto him if he can. He's pre-firing all the typical angles that we'd see an attacker hold here, and he's going to get aggressive. He's going to go for the quick peek and a quick pre-fire, but he knows he's not there. Blackbeard...
Well, Blackbeard's happy with that pick. He doesn't need another one, and he's very clear as it is. So I think he's happy with that.
A dot dash is sitting here on main stairs, which is very interesting for a Smoke to be playing right now. Typically, you'll see him kind of hold more of the site, but with that SMG-11, I think he's waiting for that quick pick here on the main stairs. We're seeing Exo take...
just to stop that.
Yeah, we're seeing Exo almost with a shotty kill onto the Buck, which would be quite the interesting frag here if he can pull it off. C-pull going out from Sweater does pull down the Buck. Another nice frag here. Quickly refragged by Exo. And Bolo quickly refrags onto Nice. Dot Dash picks off Echo. Pinhead picks off Dot Dash. And we are just having a quick frag happening right here in kitchen. I think we might see a reset here by Pinhead as he is down to mere health. He's going to hop off here. We're going to see a quick reset here by the attackers.
That pick onto Exo. He was just sitting there with the shotgun. He couldn't do anything to contest that. That was a yikes. That was a yikes right there.
Yep, we're seeing both the defense and the offense quickly reset their players. This is going to be interesting. We've got a Pulse and... Ooh, and Bolo almost gets picked by the Habana coming down tunnels. We're going to see what Bolo is holding a nice little angle here. And you see Pinhead sitting nice and low. Pinhead might get the frag. Oh, he misses the shots. Bolo gets Bolo. Sweater is going to get the kill, and Poppy is going to get the kill. That is actually Killer 2.0 going up and winning the map and going on to map 3. Wow. What you got to think about this. Dexterity is going into this map. They're up 1-0, and they start playing what some would consider is trolling offense and defense to lose the map. So do you do that, and are you actually play it out and win it? That was questionable right there.
Honestly, it was still kind of like throwing strategy there at the end by Dexterity. Maybe they wanted to go to a decider map.
That's something we're going to see here soon. So map 3 is going to be, this side is going to be Chalet. So
Okay, give me.
we are getting a couple seconds here for the players. They want a couple seconds to break here, guys. So give us a few seconds while we get ready.
Yeah, sure. I'm ready.
All right, guys, we're going to get ready to go in here to the third map, which is Chalet. Teams needed a quick little break, so we apologize for any kind of delay as the teams are getting ready to go into the third map. We're just doing a few things on the back end, and we'll be going live here in a minute. We appreciate taking the time to wait a couple seconds here while we get ready. But we're just waiting for one person to come back here on one of the teams, and we'll be going shortly. Now, we're going to Chalet. We have 1-1. We've seen a lot of things here in the first two maps. What are you expecting to see out of, actually, 2.0 killers here moving into Chalet? What are your thoughts?
I don't know, honestly, because Dexterity, obviously, I know we talked about Dexterity being this very aggressive team that are all good aim fraggers. They don't really take the game that seriously because they know they're probably going to win it. We did see 2.0 killers do very, very well in Clubhouse, but Clubhouse is one of those maps where it is very, very linear. Chalet is not like that. Chalet, you can take it from other angles, and the ways in which you could traditionally defend it, for example, Trophy, right? You can defend it mostly from above there, because if you're holding dining hall and a kitchen, there is no way they can get into Trophy, because there's only two ways into Trophy, through the hallway and jumping through the window, and both of those are practically suicide. So
It's definitely going to be interesting. We're obviously see that being probably number one pick, as well as we're going to see probably Garage and also, do you think we're going to see a third floor hold here today?
well, we saw 2.0 killers taking Barbecue on Skyscraper, which was a sort of an interesting, not what a lot of teams do, because a lot of teams will just take Karaoke, Tea Room, and then they will take Work Offers as their two main objectives. So maybe 2.0 killers have practiced a strat on Chalet. Maybe this is a map that they're comfortable with. The only objective I can see them holding, though, if they are going to play objective that isn't a garage or trophy, would be the bar and the gaming room, because you can hold that brilliantly from above, and library is incredibly hard to push if you keep control of the balcony. And we know that Dexterity are very good at holding the outside, EXO being one of those, and most of them, honestly, it was guys who just spent half the round outside. So Chalet, that sort of defense strategy does play very well into both teams, honestly, if you can keep control. So maybe we might see something on that, but honestly I doubt it, because garage is very easy to hold.
All right, we're seeing everybody ready. We're going to get ready and get started here. Going into Chalet. This is map number 3, and let's get it started. Are you ready? I think we're ready.
I'm ready.
We're going to the third and final map here of our 2.0 killers versus Dexterity. And let's see what we're going to get here. Obviously, as Dexterity is set to defend point round number 1.
Now, Dexterity haven't got to defend first. A lot of people argue quite correctly that defense is easier, so whoever gets the defense first normally has an easier time. These games do not go to who can win the defense, they go to who can win the attack, because the defense is something that is easier, and you just sort of assume that a team will win. And most games do go to overtime because of this, but I think Dexterity are a very good sort of attacking team. They play very aggressively. They're great aim fraggers. On the defense, though, they do get a bit cocky. They do run out when they shouldn't be able to. They did like the 4-man push into Dirt Tunnel, which was incredibly stupid because a lot of them nearly got picked.
I'm interested.
So
I'm interested what's going to see here. This is going to be a great it's going to be a great map 3. Obviously, the first round here, we're seeing some very interesting picks by 2K. We're seeing a Blackbeard, which is going to be you think he's going to hold the kitchen window? We're going to see him some kitchen window from Blackbeard. This is a very interesting loadout we're seeing here.
I think 2.0 killers are one of those I've practiced strats for all of these maps. They play attack, they play defense, and Chalet is definitely a popular map. And so I think interested to see. I think we're gonna see a Sledge, a Habana, and All going above. Maybe all going above. So essential because you can gain control of dining hall. It allows a trophy to happen.
And we're gonna see, we might see a quick easy peek. We're gonna see a cam go off from Sweater. Question is, he can take advantage of this little pick. He's gonna gather that intel. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of the attackers spawn out front. He might get this quick pick right here onto the back Blackbeard. Let's see if he gets the quick pick. He's gonna actually kill the Blackbeard here with a great camera at Sweater. Sweater gets an easy quick pick on Blackbeard. He did get shot a little bit up there. He gets shot a little bit, but he quickly regains some health thanks to Hyper with a dog.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, nice huge pick this early on. Both going down, and there goes the Jackal as well. That means the roamers are safe. Jackal's essential to this kind of upstairs team.
We just missed the Hoppy gets a quick little frag of Sweater up top. Finally getting that Valkyrie off that second floor balcony as she's watching outside and getting that frag there. That was a great little quick frag there by Poppy. I was just going to hold that angle. We're going to jump down and see what's going on with Dot Dash. Dot Dash is sitting here waiting. Kind of in the back here. They're going to jump out. Exo's going to jump out, get the kill on a nice. We're going to try and do the quick frag to get back in, and he's going to miss that frag. He's going to run down into Big Garage.
Is the 2v3 situation here? Judo is looking for a pick, and he will find it, getting the Exo. That is huge pick as well, because having a smoke means you didn't have to plant, as we have discussed in maps. And this means a plant can go down now.
I see Gio's going to do a quick drone in the kitchen, see where people are. They might be doing a kitchen push here. Based on, we know that both defenders are kind of situated. And he gets a quick tap on the unexpected spot there. Now, Hyper's sitting right in the lobby, which you go back in the kitchen now, which is very unsuspected probably there by the Ash play of Poppy. And Judo's going to run through an Elo mine as he tries to go into kitchen. He's going to get the frag onto Hyper, and we're going to see him try and push the main hall here. We're going to run into Dot. Dot's going to hold the angle into the kitchen from Trophy, looking for the trophy into the kitchen push. Now, obviously, Judo's going to drone out, find where his last opponent is, and he's going to get the drone. He's going to know that he's in Trophy, and Judo's going to make that push. And he's going to get picked by Dot Dash. With Dot Dash with a nice little peek there around the corner by the unexpected. Or is that a Rook? Yes, Rook. Right down the edge there. That was a good play. That was actually looking like the offense could have had that there. And then obviously, what a great play there by Dexterity to end the round.
Yeah. In a way, I think, honestly, the Ash was responsible for them losing their round in a very large part. Going into the top of those stairs, we see there's not really any way that you know that Doc as Hyper is going to be playing there. Such a weird place to play, but he did. One of those things as well is that if a Doc sees an enemy Ash in that position, as Hyper did looking the other way, they normally don't take the time to aim, but Hyper takes the time to aim, read, and then shoot. And that is what distinguishes the lowers from
we're going to see a garage and obviously a basement hold here from the defense. This is an exterior wall going up here, obviously watching that alley down into the garage. I'm still perplexed at last round. That spot that you're talking about was very interesting, where you have a dock in the middle of the main lobby there. No, not main lobby, the back kitchen lobby, looking up West Laya, watching West Stairs, which is very interesting. And that Ash didn't check the angle, which was even more, I think, a little more interesting to say the least. Now you see a very very underused angle here by Hoppy Poppy, watching that backstep stairs coming down, and let's see if he was able to get that frag on a quick rushing. I think we're seeing that look. We're going to see Bolo's going to start droning down the stairs where Hoppy Poppy is sitting. And I don't know if he's going to see him. If he doesn't see him here, he didn't see him. If he's in, ooh, a little nice C4 toss here. Let's see if Bolo gets picked here by Hot Poppy, because I don't think he saw them on the drone. Free fires the spot. He gets picked. He knew he was there. I think he got the call from his teammate. The drone was there, but I don't think that. I think it might have been a call by Bolo where he didn't want to be picked out. Poppy getting.
I think the drone did quite manage to see like his shoe sticking out. He did know he was playing there, or maybe he just figured that someone was going to be playing blue. Either way, he didn't manage to get the frag, and it's now a 2v4 situation.
The frag and Sweater going out, trying to get that mirror. Does get a little bit of the mirror, looks like, as he's downed. Like he quickly gets picked up by the defense. Quick push, pushing in, quickly gets picked though. It's a 3-on-1, and we're gonna see Nice right here. Try and hold.
Did you change the? Oh no, yeah.
Trying to just, oh, Sweater's gonna get the frag, but Gio's gonna quickly refrag back out, and that's gonna be another win. And that's gonna be the first win for 2.0 Killers running on map number 3. So what we saw there was a little bit of organized chaos. So I we pushed down into garage. They tried to hit garage, tried to get into wine in the cellar, and we saw obviously push and go quite as planned from Dexterity. Now we're going to see another wine cellar. Someone will hold from Dexterity with them selecting Rook, Bandit, an Elamira, and a Smoke. And actually that Rook was being switched out for an Echo. So with the choices of 2.0 Killers, we have a Blackbeard, Thatcher, Hibana, Dokkaebi, and Thermite. Now, obviously, we have the 2 hard breachers with Hibana and Thermite, a Dokkaebi being played, probably to try and cancel some of that roam game by Bolo and Hyper with their 2 roam picks.
Attackers need to
I'd be interesting to see here. Obviously, they're playing the Echo. They want to deny the plant. The question is, do you think that we're going to be seeing a lot of? Now they're looking at that angle. Bolo got killed from that angle. Now the whole team is trying to see, hey, that's the angle I got picked at, which is very interesting. Look at that. The whole team wants to know, hey, how did he get those shots at me? And look at everybody's peeking that angle. Now Bolo.
They're thinking, wow, this guy's incredible. He's
Yeah, Bolo. I think that's when Bolo's going to talk about and start using it. He looked very impressed with that angle. You know, when you got a whole team going to look at the angle being played, that it was something that caught somebody off guard. And that's gonna gotta give credit to one of Killers to have that reason, have that knowledge of that position. So we're gonna see a heavy wine cellar hold here, as typically is being used here. We're not seeing a lot going on really in garage yet, other than the fact that the exterior doors are being barricaded off. And we're seeing obviously the one mirror go down inside.
Yeah, this is the typical mirror.
Typical mirror. The second.
The other mirror goes. Normally, the other mirror goes down opposite the garage door, so you can hold it. And I think
it looks like they're gonna do an
go
interior. They're gonna do an interior hold.
Yeah.
They're gonna do an interior in a wine cellar.
I think this works because this particular one can get listed from above if you try and hold it onto garage, and because most teams do not decide to hit garage push, I think this works better.
The Sweater's trying to get that little quick frag onto the. I think that was Dokkaebi. Well, that would be Judo with the Hibana, trying to get those shots on to Sweater. Dokkaebi is going to ring the phones, get the defenders a little awake here after trying to push into Winetown. Now that's a very quick push as they're quickly establishing some control down low. Now there's not a lot of people rotating. Echo gets a quick pick onto the Echo, which is crucial right now. Sweater quickly frags back onto Hoppy Poppy, removing the Dokkaebi, so we won't be having more phone calls from your exes coming in here into the third round itself. Now, Sweater's holding an angle here. He knows, obviously, that the attacker is right around the corner here. Almost gets picked by Judo. Now, he's got 2 people looking at him here. Let's sweep over. Obviously, we see that the Thatcher is now rotating. They want to open this. They want to breach this hall here. And you see that Judo is quickly trying to work with the Thermite, which is nice, to open these walls. And they're going to open up these walls right here onto the Bandit. Now let's see what Bandit. Bandit going to be able to quickly put him down. He's going to try, and they're going to get double fragged here. They open up both the walls with the Habana and the Thermite, and you can just see that quickly Judo picks out Hyper. Judo's going to try and push it here, but smoke comes out from Exo, and Exo is now in a 2-on-1 situation against a Blackbeard and Pinhead, and also Echo as in Blackbeard. Exo is just gonna quickly just hold this angle right here, as he knows he's got people, one in garage, moving into wine cellar, and he knows that the Blackbeard is close behind. He's gonna get pinched here. He's not in a very good position. He's gonna get the down. Blackbeard's not gonna shoot here. He's gonna get the push. He gets the shotgun kill and clutches the round for Dexterity.
Something a little bit wrong with the hit ridge there, because that was 100% a headshot. That's a yikes right there.
Even Sweater is like, whoa, watch this, because that is nothing but a headshot there. Quickly. Whoa.
But I guess it worked out well because Exo managed to clutch the round. Very well played by Exo there, because you're getting collapsed in on by 2K, who maybe played that a bit stupidly as well, because they should have pushed up at the same time rather than they timed it just a little bit out. And Exo managed to turn it into 2 mini 1v1s, which is exactly what he needed. Putting a smoke into close range like that, when you're not looking at him, means you are definitely going to die.
And you got to give a lot of props to Exo there. He was in a spot where he was completely pinched off. He had no rotation to use. He just sat there and he waited for the attackers to come to him, which typically, if there are any drones or any, especially with the defenders or the attackers just playing against, you would actually imagine that he would have been fragged there. So we got to give props to Red Dude with a nice clutch there to Exo. Playing the smoke. Questionable hit registry there. We saw that as well, but pulling the round off for the defenders. Now it's going to put, obviously, Dexterity up 2-1 on the attack going here into a very, I don't know, a very good round. We're seeing, obviously, the kitchen and the triple. What are you expecting to see here from the offense of Dexterity?
I think we should have seen upsets here, because we're seeing both Havana. The glass is a bit interesting for that, but I'm thinking glass is just going to sit West Main and deny rotations, but it is kind of interesting.
See, Bolo is playing library. He's trying to get that early pick. He wants to sit. He wants to figure out where they are. And Judo is there with him as well, opening up those those hatches for rotations for both Hyper and... sorry, for Echo. I'm sorry. And for Judo. Echo's going to sit here. We're seeing a heavy third floor presence, which typically you do see here on this objective. But let's quickly see it. Obviously, we're seeing some shots here onto the glass. We're seeing obviously sorry, not obviously, but the third floor master bedroom being pushed by the attackers. You see Exo move up into the third floor, into master bedroom, smoking out, trying to get these angles onto where these defenders are. Hyper getting the frag onto Nice. That's a great first kill there for the attackers. Dexterity is going to open up into the kitchen. Exo is trying to shoot up the floor below, trying to get the shot onto there. But what a great flank by Pinhead, picking up a 2K onto Exo and Dot Dash. That was a very well played rotation there to get the quick frag. That was well played. That's now giving 3-1 though, and obviously Bolo getting a 3K. We couldn't switch to in time, but Bolo gets a 3K. Let's watch this. These were quick 3 kills. There's one. And he goes and gets a final kill onto the Ella coming up the upstairs. That was a quick little trade there. That was a great play.
I think a lot of Dexterity strategy relies on 4 people distracting, and then Bolo runs in and kills the rest of them. And that strategy came in pretty much flawlessly towards the end of that round.
That did.
Nice going with a nice 4-4-4.
Yeah.
KDA.
What you're seeing, you are seeing that there. What was very interesting also was the play from Pinhead, realizing that both those defenders were affected by the element he threw in there, and then moving in to get a 2K. It was great. Well, at the same time, Bo was also doing the same thing down below and getting also a 3K. So props to both those players there for almost clutching it for the round for Pinhead, but then Bolo coming in and just doing what Bolo is known for. Moving in, using his speed, using that Ash, and getting those quick frags. We're going to see early Valkyrie can go out into the west lobby here. We're gonna get the hatches, which means you're gonna see probably some play. I'm expecting a camera to go out here into.
I think
the
Sweat is
master.
going to do the same camera he did before, where he ran out onto East Balcony, put one onto the bridge, and he ran out and got Spawn Peak. It was a pretty big Spawn Peak, considering he got the Blackbeard on and I'm surprised the Blackbeard didn't either expect that or manage either to get...
5 seconds to go.
He's not going to put it in the same place, actually.
I think he's going to. He's going to bold again.
Attacker's objective is to
So he's going to get those. He's going to get those shots. The Blackbeard at this time is the Blackbeard going to be ready? Blackbeard, he's learned his lesson. He is waiting for it. Obviously, we know the Valkyrie knows he's there. Will we see a C4 toss? The C4 comes out. C4 does do some damage, takes him down to about 50 health. What a good play to actually counter that knowledge. You see Valkyrie get the down onto Pinhead. Pinhead's down back there, but does Valkyrie know? Does the Valkyrie know that he's down? Valkyrie's going to check that camera again. He's going to see the defenders, or the attackers rotating. He's going to try and get the pick. Gets the pick on the nice. What great Valkyrie work right now from Sweater I've ever seen.
Beautiful headshot there from Sweat. Denying.
Seeing Bolo push up to help his teammate. Ooh, gets picked by Judo through the wall. Using those little melee holes to take it to advantage and get those little smart little tight angles onto Bolo west stairs. Now you're seeing Sweater right here. Sweater knows that Judo's really close here. We're going to see probably him hop through this hole here in a second, potentially, and take out Judo. I don't believe Judo knows he's here. Judo's really close. He's holding an angle, and we might see Sweater hop over the wall here. Sweater's holding a tight angle. Exo's shooting a shotty from above. Gets the pick onto Judo. He knows that the Blackbeard is in the window now. Now it's a 4-1 as we have Blackbeard in the window. Echo's going to neck out Exo, and Dot Dash is going to quickly refrag Echo at the window.
Yeah, I think he jumped out.
I think he did. I think he ran it. He got the nice quick little pistol onto the Blackbeard. And quickly Dexterity goes up 4-1 here on Chalet. Now we're moving on to match point. We are seeing, obviously, Dexterity take the defense. We're seeing Wine Cellar and Snowmobile come out right away. We've got a Bandit, a Mute, a Smoke, a Jaeger, and a Mirror. So we're seeing some mirror play from 2K.
Well, we saw mirror play last time from 2K in Wine Cellars, so it's not that. Did we? I don't think they've actually defended Wine Cellar before.
No, I think they've defended the kitchen and trophy. So we're going to see them play the mirror as well here, going on a defense. Now this is a defense they obviously must win, going in when it's 4-1. And we're seeing the attackers. We're seeing actually the first time today. We are seeing Zofia. We are seeing a Zofia being played.
That's pretty interesting.
That's an interesting play. Now, what do you expect? Obviously, Zofia, she can replace a few positions. She's more of a support, but you can also call her an edge refragger. She can play multiple roles. What do you expect from Exo here, moving into the game point match from them? Do you expect to see a heavy push? I mean, we do another up 4-1. We've got Bolo who's set positioning his camera for a quick rush. We've seen all the other cameras being held into the back.
This is all positioned for this is blue hole take and this Wine Cellar take. A very quick one at that. And Zofia is going to play for you. She's playing beautifully, so that's where it's going to. As I think, or maybe even just go for the.
Bolo's going to hop in a quick peek here in the big garage, and he's going to take control. No one is here to stop him right at this moment, so he's going to take a peek down the hall. He noticed that there's a hole being into Wine Cellar, but Hyper and him are quickly moving and taking the ground. They're already. Ooh, did the smoke see him? Was that smoke there? That was the smoke. The smoke had a pixel block on him here, and I think he missed. Oh, Bolo's going to quickly put a couple shots into smoke, and he's going to move back out. Bolo's noticing that he's seeing a lot of defenders holding him. He's actually going to go wait the trophy.
Meanwhile, all the picks are happening on the opposite side of the map. Swear, just making
Hyper's going to get the kill on the Judo. That's a 3-on-2 now. We have. He's going to quickly refresh.